Hi everyone, hope you're doing well from wherever you're watching this channel, depending on your time zone. Now, we have had protests in this country led by the youth. Most of these youth are students, Gen Zs. Some just finished college and university. Some are still in colleges, universities. And indeed, they really tried to an extent of storming parliament until something happened. Dissolving of the cabinet, returning the finance bill back to the parliament and all that. The same time we were having protests here in Kenya, there was also another protest in Bangladesh. The one in Bangladesh was led again by Gen Zs. These were students, the youth. That is what has been going on. And every country, Kenya and Bangladesh, they have achieved something. So, after what happened in Kenya, today as we're speaking, a history in Bangladesh. The Prime Minister, Hasina, has finally, in fact it's called Sheikh Hasina, has finally resigned and flee to India for her safety. Now she's not in office. So, the Bangladesh people, youth, were resilient and they were protesting like every day. Some of the reason of the protest was all about 30% reservation for the families of freedom fighters in universities, colleges. So they feel that we need equality. Independence they attained long time ago, so why up to now this? And I personally have had some friends from Bangladesh. I've even worked with them. So they used to see me talking about Kenyan politics and sharing videos. They have been also watching some of the analysts from Kenya who do political analysis. And they wonder, really, you can have such kind of a freedom. So even in Bangladesh itself, it has been so hard to talk about their politics. You try, you have been jailed. You've been kidnapped. That's how they have been. And remember, this is an Islamic state. So wanaongozwa na Islamic laws. So with this, really they have suffered. They have never known, freedom. Either to speak or talk about your politics. So I've had one-on-one with them. So these are some of the reasons. A government that does not listen to the people, but it remains so oppressive and corruption is all over. So the students decided that they are going to storm the official residence of their prime minister. Earlier, she had deployed the military to go and, quell the violence. Then she went further to announce a curfew. But you know what happened? Because it had been prolonged. More than 95 people allegedly killed, 14 policemen killed. In the other media, they're saying 300 people killed. These are the figures. So military, when they were deployed to enforce curfew, they decided to embrace the protesters. And look at that. Na hii imfikie Mheshimiwa William Ruto because there is also a reason behind that. The military embraced this youth. And they stormed official residence of the prime minister, and she had no any other option but to fly out of the country.
ইঞ্জিনিয়ার ইনস্টিটিউশন হয়ে শাহবাগের দিকে একটি মিছিল এসেছে। আসলে একটি মিছিল বলা খুবই কঠিন। মানুষের স্রোত আসলে নারী শিশুরা কিন্তু চলে আসছে। দেখছেন যে কাঁধে শিশু সন্তানদের নিয়ে
আপনারা
মূল বিল্ডিং কোনটা?
দেখছেন যে
গণভবনের ভিতরে যাচ্ছি, পুরা গণভবনের ভিতরে এখন আছি আমরা। পুরা গণভবন এইটাই ছিল আমাদের, ইনশাআল্লাহ এইখানে ছিল। এই যে গণভবনের ভিতরে ইনশাআল্লাহ গণভবনের ভিতরে আমরা সেম টু সেম শ্রীলঙ্কা। এইখানেই সবকিছু হইতো, এই সেই গণভবন। গণভবনের ভিতরে সবাই চলে আসছে। জনতা যারা ছিল সবাই, যাদের হাতে ছাত্রদের রক্ত, এই সেই ভবন। শত শত মানুষের রক্তের বিনিময়ে আমরা একটা ঘরে ঢুকতেছি। আমরা এই তো খাওয়া দাওয়ার ব্যবস্থা, খাওয়া দাওয়া করতে হবে, অনেক খাবার দাবার দুপুরে খাই নাই তো, গণভবনের যারা খাচ্ছে চলো সবকিছু খুলে ঢুকতে হইতো একসময়। এই সময় ঘরের ভীতি সহ মানুষজনের ক্ষোভ দেখা যাচ্ছে। খাবার দাবার খাবার দাবার গণভবনের প্রথম দিক খাবার দাবার খাওয়া লাগবে। মানুষজনরা কিছু বললে কেউ কিছু শুনতেছে না। পুরা ভিতরে গণভবনের ভিতরে এতদিন অনেক নির্যাতন। ভাঙেন না, ভাঙেন না, ভাঙেন না, ভাঙেন না, এই ফাঁসিবাদে মানুষজনদের ঠেকানো যাচ্ছে না। না থাক থাক,
Now, when you have been in fight and you see the other people succeeding somewhere, in the same struggle you are trying to fight, they encourage you even to continue and believe that you can also succeed. With this, by the way, Miguna had posted this one in July 21st. This is what he said there. Let's do it before Bangladesh. Let's make history next week. Let's put the Kenyan revolutionary Gen Zs in the Guinness Book of Records. Viva! Ruto must go now. Ruto must go. That was Miguna. Then someone expressed his feeling. And here is his views. Kiberenge Jr. This is what is commenting on this photo. The wind blew our blessing and dumped it in Bangladesh. You can see the photo of the Bangladesh Prime Minister, meaning that it was supposed to happen here, but it is happening elsewhere. It is a warning to William Ruto. Now, as we continue with the panel discussion, just a quick request for those who are watching, and if you have not yet subscribed, please consider subscribing. To our returning subscribers, I must say thank you so much. And again, to all our viewers, please give this video a thumbs up. Thank you so much, and back to our discussion. Just a quick story about the Prime Minister. The Bangladesh Prime Minister, Sheikh Hasina, actually took over power in 2009. That's when she took over power. So she has served for a consecutive 4 terms in the office. Sometimes there have been issues of rigging election and all that. She also goes in history as the longest serving Muslim woman leader. She has served for 20 years. So she goes on history that. But then she had a good chance to prove that indeed women can offer good leadership. But she's destroying the name of women who can actually do better than what she has done. She has proved to be lethal. We have seen autocracy, a lot of dictatorship, and like I said before, in Bangladesh, it is not similar like what we have here in Kenya. At least for them, they're still struggling to have such kind of freedom. Like, in India, it's free. You speak what you want. When you have a problem, you protest. In India, that's happened. But in Bangladesh, mambo ni tofauti. Huwezi ongea. So finally, military has taken over. In transition, they will be in leadership for a while. Then they will put everything in order and maybe an election will happen. So it will also depend. Because look at what happened in Myanmar. We had, was it a president there? Onzunza, someone like that. So she was removed by the military and they have never had another leader to date. So you don't know what will happen in Bangladesh. Will they get another leader in, or military will take over from there, and it just goes like that? And when you are ruled by military also is another issue if they will not be there at transition. So the same way these things are happening in Bangladesh, it can happen here in Kenya. If the president will not read the mood of the ground and sort the problem. We need a listening president and ready to solve a problem. But if we have a president, when you complain about the economy, he bring in a political solution to solve an economic problem. It can't work. The same youth in Bangladesh are also the same here. Same age. He must understand this and wake up from the slumber.